feeling a lot of people are going to say they've heard of this Fabio Serrao after tonight. In watching him in the dressing room, the kid's the real deal. He's got good stand-up. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, training with some pretty quality guys up there in Ogden, and he says he's got what it takes to beat Oliver.
I love it. I love the contrast of styles. You know, Bradstreet's been working with the Extreme Couture. He brings his own, you know, his own tools to the cage.
Fell into the cage right there. Fabio is 5'9", 150. Oliver Bradstreet looks like he might have hurt himself on his way into the cage. But yeah, you're right. There's a great contrast between these two guys. Ollie 5'7", 140 pounds, training down there in Las Vegas, as you mentioned.
Wow. These guys are there's, you know, no fat on either of them. Yeah. They're both looking ripped out and ready to rock.
The only fat in that ring is in Dave Sullystead's head. And it ain't anywhere else on him. He's pretty chiseled himself. Touch of the gloves, and here we go. This fight promises to be one of the better fights we've seen in a while. You know,
what a nice contrast to some of the other fights where right off the get-go there's no setup, just guys wailing away, and to see these guys kind of
you're going to see a much more technical bout here.
For sure. And how interesting is this? Bradstreet's on the bottom, and the jiu-jitsu fighter's on the top. You got the wrestler on the bottom, and we've got the jiu-jitsu guy on top.
And the funny thing is, Bradstreet's never on the bottom, so that's a testament to how well-rounded this Serrao kid is. Exactly. He was able to take Oliver Bradstreet down, and not very many people have been able to do that.
What a beautiful little cage walk by Bradstreet. That was a really, really awesome move, and now looks like he's in a front choke, maybe anaconda position here. But I'm sure Serrao is, you know, seen this a million times before.
Yeah, wow, nice stuff. Oliver Bradstreet, he'll hit you from anywhere, and you see right there, he's hitting you from knees from north-south. Avoiding the head, Dave Sullystead, I think, was saying otherwise, but no, he's getting that knee around. You
know, I think this is a brilliant strategy by Oliver Bradstreet. I think that was probably, you know,
was not a good
poor
idea.
Tactical decision. Yeah. And wow, Serrao just chucks him off of his head. I mean, that's amazing right there.
This fight is fun to watch. Now you see Serrao reversal of fortune. Now he's got Ollie in his guard, and Ollie's got to be very, very careful right here.
You know, this is really interesting, and again, kind of a catch position. Nope, and there he's got the arm behind the back trap.
Nice work, Ollie. Yeah, you know, hey, this is what I like about the Ultimate Combat. You'll see everything from a couple of guys just swinging at each other to some very technical fighters. You just never know what you're going to get when you come out to the show here tonight. And you see right here, what's he working on there?
Oliver Bradstreet's got the hand trap behind the back, and he's just trying to do damage with the left hand. Now, he's got to be careful because oh, he just popped out. It looks like Serrao is looking for the triangle. Oh, and Oliver does a great job of keeping his left deltoid in front of Serrao's right knee. Working knees to the coccyx or the tailbone.
Hey, watch your language.
Coccyx. Coccyx.
Oh, is that plural?
Ask Dr. Cacciamani.
I don't know, man.
Some short shoulder punches from Oliver there. Actually, he's doing, you know, Oliver's done some really good stuff here.
We've seen him be more busy on top, though. He's a little bit tentative here with this.
Well, I think it's difficult with Serrao he's doing a really good job. It's hard to see from this angle, but Serrao is using his left hand to get an overhook on Oliver's right arm, and it makes it really difficult for the guy on top to get enough distance to really bomb.
Well, all he does is able to get one shot in there, you know.
There he goes. Oliver just cleared the right hand, and now you're going to see more powerful strikes being rained down.
You know what, though? You throw those powerful strikes, and you see immediately Serrao going for a submission. And, wow, Ollie did a great job of seeing it and countering it. That was an exciting way to finish the round. And I always say steal the round. Do you think Ollie stole the round with that last little combination?
I think I did. I mean, I almost, if I were a judge, I'd be inclined to almost forget about the takedown initiated by Serrao.
Right. You know, and that's, you know, you are playing to the judges after all. If the fight goes 3 rounds, you've got to win on the judges' scorecards. And, you know, it's a tough one to score, but yeah, I always tell my guys, finish the round strong, because that's what's going to be left.
You know what? I would have to give that round to Oliver on my unofficial scorecard, just because he actually did get a takedown, and he just did a little bit more with his positioning on top.
That cage crawl was a thing to watch too. I mean, you saw some really good stuff there. Now round number 2. What kind of alterations would you make in your game plan both ways?
Boy, it's hard to say. I think if I were Oliver, I would you know, when you get into those control positions, rather than trying to go for a submission on a guy who's seen that a million times before, keep him in the control position and continue to punish him with strikes.
Okay, and for Fabio, what would you say?
You know what? It worked last time. I tried to put Oliver on his back. He could do it once. He could do it twice. Put him on his back and force him to fight.
You saw a nice leg kick from him a moment ago. I'm surprised he hasn't gone back to that, because clearly it hurt Oliver Bradstreet the first time. And then Oliver Bradstreet just pointed over to the corner and shot in.
That's when you know their game has really come up, is when they start throwing out the...
That was hilarious. I don't know if you saw it, and I hope we get a chance to take a look at that on a replay, but Oliver Bradstreet pointed over to the corner and then shot in. Now finds himself once again in the guard of
Serrao.
Fabio.
Yeah, Serrao just narrowly missed what's called the Peruvian necktie there. I know the Mori Academy guys, they use that quite a bit, and I think that the sweat was just a little bit too slippery to finish it off.
Are they from Peru?
Actually, I know the story. I forgot the gentleman's name, but he was a Peruvian and he used it a long time ago. Eric Paulson shows the same move, and it's a really good one, actually. It's basically an arm-in guillotine / anaconda. It's kind of like if the guillotine choke and the anaconda were to get married.
It's tricky. Tricky stuff like that right there. And I think
he's done.
Yeah, that thing's on, man. I've never seen an armbar go on that fast. It just seemed like he had nothing, and then suddenly it was there.
He went inverted, and
wow. Man. Good stuff, and they're pretty excited about coming in here and beating Ollie.
Oh, they should be. Yeah. Rightly so. Oliver's a very accomplished
you know what I like about this? That Ollie is that litmus test. Guys sit back and they watch, and they feel like, you know, if I can come in here and beat Oliver Bradstreet, then that's doing something, and I think that's great.
That was an excellent fight.
It was a lot of fun to watch. I really enjoyed that one. And I enjoyed the technical breakdown of the fight that you were given there. I learned a few things tonight, Mr.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. You know, a couple of those, sometimes I wonder if I'm doing an okay job as a commentator. It's hard when you've got guys just dropping bombs on each other. But in that fight, you saw a lot of back and forth, and it's a great fight.
I think we're going to get a chance to take a look at what Oliver did here. Watch his face. That is awesome. That is classic right there, and that's what you get for that kind of stuff, Oliver. You get armbarred. And that was just a beautiful armbar, man. The way that went on, it went on slick, it went on fast, and it went on tight.